Over the past 3 years, I've personally posted on my own social media pages videos that have got hundreds of millions of views in all styles, formats, and niches. But now everything is changing. I've spent over 100 hours testing all different AI software, writing habits, tricks, and studying the best tools to be AI first in my own creator business so I can make predictable viral content only using AI. And most importantly, still be authentic and make sure the content actually resonates with who I am and what I want my brand to be. Right now, 34 million AI generated pieces of content are getting posted every single day. By 2026, so in a few months or whenever you're watching this, 90% of all online content is going to be AI generated, with about half of all social media content being AI generated and being suggested by the algorithms. And those stats were posted by Forbes and written by Bernard Marr, who has wrote over 20 best-selling books. Entry-level writing jobs are now down 27%, and freelance content creation is down 35% just in the past 2 years. And I hate to break it to you, but this whole AI revolution is already here. So if you clicked on this video hoping for me to tell you that, authentic storytelling is the future, you still have to become AI first. Otherwise, you'll simply be falling behind. But in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I use AI so you can still create some well-written, amazing content and still be unique and aligned with your own brand and values. And the trick is actually developing your taste as an artist. So you know what is good and what's going to stand out on social media so you can actually outsmart all of this AI content. Taste is the most important thing as a creative. AI can do all the busy work, but your taste, your human taste, is the thing that's going to set you apart. It's what's going to allow you to stand out and succeed. And that's really all we are as artists. We're like tastemakers. We just decide what is good work and what is worth seeing. So you can't just get AI to do all the work for you. We need to learn how to write incredible stories, scripts, and hooks using AI as a tool. I don't use AI to replace my writing. I use it to amplify my voice without sounding like everyone else. So that's what we're going to get into. If you don't know who I am yet, my name is Ethan Shaw. I've been helping creators grow their audience for the past 3 years. And I've been making content for other people as a freelance photographer for the past 6 years. That's what I started out in, and I eventually built my dream business. But then I realized that I had social media friends getting paid 5 figures to shoot videos on their iPhone when I was hustling to make sure my team had lunch paid for by the client. So I realized I was in a dying industry and there was better opportunities. Being a commercial photographer felt like a dead end because realistically in 5 to 10 years, there's no way someone's paying me to shoot a 5-figure magazine cover. It's just not the future. That's just not going to happen. So I pivoted and learned from my social media friends, and now we're here. And I started from absolutely zero. I had no idea how to write content, how to be in front of the camera, how anything worked, but I eventually learned everything through a lot of trial and error, a lot of advice, a lot of learning. And I've documented that whole process in my school community. So if you're interested in learning with me and connecting with a like-minded community, join the free school community. There's a lot of resources and other ideas that I send in there. Link is going to be in the description for that. So here's my solution. All you need is an AI context stack. It's a system of 6 core context documents that you feed into AI so it has context to craft more meaningful outputs. And you would do this and you would feed it before you ask it a single prompt. This is much, much more effective than using like a custom GPT. If you update your offer or something goes out of date or you're updating your brand guidelines, you don't know where ChatGPT is pulling this information from. It's very random and it's very chaotic, and it's just going to result in more AI slop and messy outputs. The better way of using context with AI is with a tool that I use now called Poppy AI. Poppy AI gives you a mind map of where your context is laid out. And you can update your context documents as you pivot or learn more about you or your own unique systems and IP. Plus, Poppy AI gives you access to all the different models like ChatGPT, Claude, or whatever you want, which is important because I want to have the flexibility to switch between the different models. And if you're advanced, you know that Claude is better than GPT. At least for writing. So let me show you exactly how I use it step by step. It's super easy. And I can also show you the 6 context documents that you would need to start writing amazing copyright. All right, guys, so now that we've hopped in the board here, let's take a look at exactly how I would use Poppy AI. The first document we need is our writing style document, how we speak to people, how we communicate. So let's go to YouTube. You can view your channel, go to videos, And then you can just go most popular. You're going to grab your 4 to 5 most popular videos. So let's go here, copy link. Okay, so now that we've got 5 videos here, we can press G and then add them into a group. Okay, that looks pretty good here. You can also go to over Instagram or TikTok, whatever you really like, and also copy any videos that you want to see here. So I'll just upload 2 of my most recent videos. Okay, what you can also do is if you have writing, if you've actually wrote content or newsletters or something before, longer form would be better. So you can go over to an email. This is like a recent email I sent to my letter. So we can copy that and then throw this in a text document here. Perfect. So now it has my email writing style as well. Okay, so then we can open up a new AI chat, connect them, and this is going to be the context for this AI chat. When we come into the AI chat here, we can click the different model. So let's use Claude. And then we can say, based on this context, describe my writing style in detail. And we can fix all my spelling mistakes. Okay, so now it's going to pop up. We can press F to make this full screen, and it's going to tell us exactly what our writing style is. So core writing characteristics: controversial and direct, raw and unfiltered, urgent and provocative, educational and personal narrative, philosophical and reflective. Perfect. So I like this. And now we can copy some of these and then add them into a PDF document for later. Okay, I like organizing all of this information in PDF documents because it's just easy to have on your computer and you can put them wherever you want. So just go into Google Drive or something and then just save it as a PDF document. Okay, so that is number 1. The idea of your writing style guide is the foundation of how you communicate. So you want your voice and tone, sentence structure and patterns, vocabulary choices, and stuff like that. If you want to add on and prompt AI a little bit more, you definitely should. Here's a longer prompt that you can copy and paste. You're an expert copywriter and professional writing coach. I will provide you with multiple examples of my writing: email, social proof, long form content newsletters, email, social post, long form content newsletters, etc. Your task is to deeply analyze my writing style and create a comprehensive writing style guide. Your output should be a detailed PDF document that describes my unique writing style and can be used for context for future AI prompts to replicate my voice. So this is a longer prompt that you can use just for more detail. And I have prompts for all of these if you go into the school community, and then you can keep it simple. Okay, the next document we're going to make is your complete life story document. What we're going to do is pull up a new conversation in Poppy. You can write something like, I want to make a detailed PDF AI context document about my complete life story. So what I like to do is just click this little microphone here, and then you could talk to AI about your whole life story, basically. So I would start when you're younger, through your education, different jobs, different outlooks, different values you've had on life, anything that would be relevant to your personal brand that you would like to share. I would just ramble on for 5 to 10, 15 minutes, and then it would give you enough context for AI to categorize it and give you a super detailed document like that. Okay, the next document we're going to make is your ICP document, your ideal client profile. You can't write compelling copyright if you don't know who you're writing to. So this document should map out your ideal viewer, your ideal client in detail, and who you want to be watching your content. So it can include demographics, psychology, pain points and struggles, goals and aspirations, objections and fears, stuff like that. So then it'll write insights and relate it back to your specific person that you want to be making content for. Again, I'll actually copy and paste all the internal prompts that we use in Catalyst, which is my creator accelerator. I'll post it in school for free for you guys if you want to check it out. It'll be a pinned post for the next few weeks. But essentially, you can create a prompt something like this: create me an ICP document for context for AI context. This document should include details about demographics, psychology, pain points, goals, and aspirations. Ask me 2 to 3 questions at a time to avoid user overwhelm. Okay, we can press F to make this full screen. I'll help you create a comprehensive ICP document for AI context. Let me gather the necessary information by asking you a few questions at a time. So then it'll actually ask you now all these different questions about how to make an amazing ICP document. Okay, document number 4 is your cult positioning and brand guidelines. This is where you can define what you stand for and what you stand against. This document includes your brand values, your brand positioning, your contrarian beliefs, so what you actually disagree with, your mission and vision, and some of your content pillars. So to relate this back to Poppy, what you could do when you're crafting your brand guidelines document, you could go back to the context here with all your YouTube videos. Also, a nice thing about Poppy AI is these pull all the transcripts. I should have said this earlier, but these pull all the transcripts from the videos automatically. Whereas if you just try and like use this on ChatGPT or Claude, you have to actually go to a separate website and then pull the transcript. Some of those websites even cost money. And then you pull the transcript from YouTube and then put it back into the chat, like ChatGPT or Claude or whatever you're using. And that's just a pain in the ass. Like this would have taken me like 10, 20 minutes to like pull all these transcripts separately. So it's really nice to be able to just copy the link and throw it in a group. And you can even call this group Ethan's content. That's perfect. Okay, so now we can come over here and make our brand guidelines. So let's open up a new conversation. We can say something like, based on my videos, give me a document for AI context about how I position my brand. This should include details of your brand values, your brand positioning, contrarian beliefs, mission and vision, content pillars. Ask me any extra questions you may need from me to make this an amazing AI document, AI context document for future writing. All right, let's see what Poppy says. Okay, so it's asked me a couple questions. I'm just going to say, assume all the questions from the videos. If I wasn't recording, obviously I would answer the questions, but for this example, I'm just going to say, assume the questions yourself. Ethan Shaw, brand positioning and AI context document. Core beliefs, authenticity over algorithm, real, raw, unfiltered content will always be cookie cutter templates and trends. Work as life extension. Work isn't something to escape from, and it's an extension of your identity, creativity, and purpose. You don't work to live, you live to work. Impact equals income. When you create massive social impact, you help people transform. Money follows naturally. It's not about chasing dollars. It's about delivering value. One of one positioning, your unfair advantage. Even has some like testimonials in there. Some of my client results, 27K in 3 months. What I'm against, the old guru models, the traditional path, waiting for permission to start, common creator mistakes. Yeah. And then what you could do is just copy and paste that into your own Google Docs PDF document, and then you can save that on your computer for later. Okay, document number 5 is your full offer document or your landing page. This is just your complete offer breakdown if you're currently monetizing as a creator. And it kind of gives AI like a purpose of why it's making content in the first place. And if you don't have an offer or like a niche yet, or like an idea of how to monetize, then I have a full 6-part series of how to launch your own creator business. Link is going to be in the description for that, so you can start binging those. And then you should have some sort of offer document by the end of that series. But that's going to include basically your offer name, your positioning, your transformation you want to help people achieve, your unique mechanisms and frameworks, your own IP. If you want to see my offer document, you can see it if you DM me 56 on Instagram. All my pricing is public. Everything's there. You just got to DM me. You can take a look. This way too, AI knows your offer and what you do inside and out. So it even knows like call to actions, and it can get pretty clear once it knows your ICP, which is your ideal client, and your writing style and your personal story. So now we're really crafting this full 360 of your brand. So then you can just download that landing page or offer document as a PDF file and you're good to go. Okay, document number 6 is all the bonus ones. So this is your framework documents. So I'm going to show you how to do this in Poppy AI too, but this essentially like gives AI the principles, frameworks, ideas, structures, systems that you use and that you like. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's create a new group. And for this framework or principle, let's just call it copywriting guide. Then we can go into this file I have on my computer here, which is PDF books. So this is Cashvertising by Drew Eric Whitman. Okay, so we can throw that in there. We can add more. Okay, we can also upload the book Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. Some of these PDF files for most books you can find online, or sometimes you have to pay for them, but typically most books you're good. And then we could even do one more book, which is This is Marketing by Seth Godin. Okay, so these are some of the books I've personally read. You also don't even have to read them. You could just technically search on Poppy for what the best copywriting books are, and then just steal the principles and frameworks from those books. But ideally, you just read the books yourself, and then you can also use AI to use the same principles that you already know. So now that we have context like that, we can open up a new chat. We can connect to this with the context. So now it's taking all this context from these books. The way AI works is it needs to have fresh context. So if you didn't have like fresh context or PDF files, so if you were like, okay, from the book Cash Advertising, give me a detailed document about the principles and frameworks, it'll do it, but it'll be a little bit less accurate because the context is a little bit deeper because it's kind of buried in there with the whatever other billions of characters and text AI is trained with. So this is going to make it way more accurate, which is nice. And we could use this for future boards or future videos or whatever else. Okay, so we're going to ask it this. Write me a AI context document as a guide and tutorial to show AI how to use these principles and frameworks, to write emails and YouTube video scripts for my brand. Okay, cool. So the prompt was write me an AI context document as a guide and tutorial to show AI how to use these principles and frameworks to write emails and YouTube scripts for my brand. Okay, perfect. Certainly, here's the AI context document. Overview, we have the 3 books, core principles to apply, Godin's modern marketing tenets, cash advertising psychology triggers, email writing framework, and it goes in with more detail, YouTube script example using the framework, blah, 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 brand alignment and voice, checklist for every email and script. So now we can copy and paste that into another PDF document. Okay, so now let me show you everything in action of what you can do with Poppy AI. And this is everything we just built together. So as Ethan's writing style, Ethan's complete story, the official Catalyst offer doc, the customer avatar, my ICP, email newsletter structure and copywriting, which is again just these 6 extra documents of different frameworks. I have Catalyst branding and call positioning. And then I have the Ethan YouTube content strategy. And this one is an extra one. This is from my course of how I specifically write YouTube videos. And it has my own frameworks, which is really cool. Okay, and then I have my YouTube videos here. So I can just label this Ethan's YouTube videos. And then I have my viral inspo. So to take a step back here, now you have AI knowing exactly who you are, what you write content about, and in your own tone of voice, and with frameworks and principles that you like that are way better than like other AI stuff that AI is just going to randomly come up with. Then the last step is to add a viral inspo video, other videos that have done well. So then AI can like steal the main ideas from that video and then turn it into your own voice. So we can connect all of these up here. And now we can just give it a prompt. Based off this viral inspo video, we'll call it the title, AI Tools Explained. Use the context you have for my brand to make a similar video in my own ideas and words, but still follow the viral structure of this YouTube video and repeat back to me why this video did go viral on YouTube and what strategies and concepts you added while writing my script. Okay, enter. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. We can make this a little bigger. Okay, let's see what it got. Why the AI Tools Explained video went viral. Viral elements analysis, beginner-friendly hook. Most people using ChatGPT don't even understand what this really is. It's really cool because I haven't even watched this video, so I can just kind of take ideas and like understand the general concept of it without even having to watch it. Educational value promise, pattern interrupt, comprehensive structure, practical application, conversational tone. Okay, so I prompted in chat one more time to use the ideas from the viral video and insert it into my own words. Most creators using AI tools like ChatGPT, Midjourney, and all these content generators don't even understand what they really are and how they work. Understanding just the basics of AI for content creation can make you so much better at using these tools to grow your personal brand and actually create content that converts. So now we have a full YouTube script based off of that viral video in our own tone of voice with other frameworks and principles that we actually like. And even better, what I actually teach in Catalyst is a specific YouTube framework. So now let's prompt it one more time. Now give me this script using my hooks framework. And the hooks framework is what I teach in Catalyst. This is how I structure my YouTube videos. I find it much simpler and very effective with detailed dot jots that I can riff off of. Okay, so now it's using my hooks framework, which is in one of my PDF context documents. So all I had to do is just say, okay, use my framework from my own course. Okay, let's see what we got here. Most creators using AI tools like ChatGPT and Midjourney don't even understand what they really are. Then we have our importance and credibility statement. Understanding just the basics of AI for content creation can make you so much better at using these tools. Then the bridge statement. So in this video, I'm going to break it all down. What AI tools actually are, the types of tools you can actually use right now, and how they all work. And then we go into the problem section. And the funny part is this is exactly how I made this YouTube video right now using Poppy AI. I had my context documents, a couple YouTube videos, and then I had other viral inspo videos that I wanted to take inspiration from and studied those tips. And then it can completely spit out the exact process and structure of a viral YouTube video. Then what I could even do is come in here and just say, write me a newsletter about this certain YouTube video. And then I have my newsletter for the week. And then I could also write short form content for the week as well. So let's go into that and see what that looks like. This looks great. Now write me a 500 word newsletter for my list. Okay, so it's given me a subject line. Hey friend, I need to tell you something about that completely changed my content creation process. For the longest time, I was doing everything manually, writing scripts from scratch, starting at blank pages, rewriting the same intro 15 times until it felt right. A single YouTube script would take me 4 to 6 hours, and that's before filming, editing, or any of the actual production work. I was burning out fast. Okay, this is word for word almost perfect. AI is the tool, you're the creator, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is awesome. This is exactly how I'd write my emails. Like if you're on my email list, you know that I start every video with like, hey friend, or something like that. Let's even see you got the PS statement in there. And then I also love like doing like YouTube videos for my call to action because I just like when people watch my YouTube videos from my email list. Yeah, guys, this is perfect. Okay, so if you want to try Poppy AI, just go to the link in the description. You can just press Get Poppy AI, and then you can just check out in the landing page here. A lot of famous creators use this, which I'm stoked about. I'm typically very skeptical on like allowing in new software into my life, try to make sure everything has a purpose, but this is one that I use every single day. And then I also have a coupon code. So just say have a coupon code and you can type in Ethan25 for $25 off. And then you can get a $25 discount on Poppy AI. And if you liked this video, then I'm sure you're going to love the video about how to create content like the top 1%. It's also the third video in a 6-part series about how to launch your creator business from zero. So if you want to check that out, the full playlist is also attached to that video. So you can watch and binge the full series. Okay, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Much love. Peace.